The Imperial Grand Hotel ballroom sparkled beneath magnificent crystal chandeliers as more than 200 business leaders, investors, and corporate executives gathered for one of the year's most important charity galas. Elegant music floated through the hall, while waiters served drinks and photographers captured memorable moments. Everyone eagerly awaited the announcement of a billion-dollar partnership that promised to transform the future of several international companies. Among the guests was 45-year-old David Carter, a quiet man dressed in a simple navy blue suit. Unlike many of the wealthy attendees, he wore no expensive watch, designer accessories, or security badge. He preferred arriving without attention because he believed a person's true character was revealed by how they treated strangers rather than influential people. As David accepted a glass of sparkling water from a passing waiter, two confident executives from another corporation walked by, discussing the upcoming deal. One of them glanced at David and smirked. He looks like he got lost on his way to the catering kitchen. His colleague laughed. Maybe he's hoping someone mistakes him for an executive. Several nearby guests exchanged uncomfortable smiles, but no one spoke. David simply smiled politely and continued walking toward another table. Just then, one of the executives deliberately stepped into his path and bumped his shoulder. The glass slipped from David's hand. At the same moment, the second executive's glass of red wine splashed across David's jacket, shirt and tie, leaving large dark stains. The entire ballroom fell silent instead of apologizing. One executive shrugged carelessly. "You should watch where you're going." David calmly looked down at his stained suit before quietly setting the empty glass on a nearby table. "It's all right," he replied. "Accidents happen." The executives laughed as they walked away. Several guests looked embarrassed by what they had witnessed. Only a few minutes later, the orchestra stopped playing as the master of ceremonies stepped onto the stage. "Ladies and gentlemen," he announced, "thank you for joining us tonight." Everyone turned toward the stage. "It is my great honor to introduce the founder, chairman, and sole decision-maker behind the investment company, awarding tonight's $1 billion strategic partnership." A spotlight slowly moved across the ballroom before stopping on David. "Please welcome Mr. David Carter." A wave of shocked whispers swept through the room. The two executives froze. Their faces instantly turned pale. David calmly walked toward the stage, still wearing the wine-stained suit. The host approached him quietly. "Mr. Carter, would you like a few moments to change before your speech?" David smiled gently. "No, thank you." He stepped to the microphone and looked across the silent audience. "This suit tells a story I'd rather not erase." He paused. Every company here prepared impressive presentations, financial reports, and business proposals. But before signing a billion-dollar agreement, I was given something even more valuable: the opportunity to witness how people treat someone they believe has no influence. The ballroom remained completely silent. David smiled kindly. "Success is measured not only by profits, but by respect, integrity, and the way we treat every person, regardless of their appearance or position." Many guests rose to their feet in applause, while the two executives stood speechless, realizing that one moment of arrogance had cost them far more than they could have imagined.